Good day. Today we're going to do lesson plan number 13, um, and it is for grade 1, term 2, and it's on conservation of number. So here we have again the link to the CAPS curriculum document, and then we're going to go to our resources and dictionary. Please pause here, check the resources that you need and your dictionary word for today. Make sure you understand how to teach it to your learners. So, the first step we're going to take then is the daily routine. Here again, we're going to ask about birthdays, what is the date, time, the weather, left, right, up, down, and who is absent. So let's then go and look at the counting. So the number range for today, it's 0 to 20. And learners going to compare numbers by using real life examples. So Cynthia has 15 books. Sipu has 12 books. Who has fewer books? How many more books does Cynthia have than Sipu? So what I want you to do is I want you to pause the activity and then ask the learners questions between 0 and 20. Remember, they don't need to write down anything. They just need to ask. They can ask and answer questions orally. Also give them the opportunity to make little stories or scenarios around numbers. Okay, then it's time for mental mathematics. So we're going to look at these numbers and we're going to say which number is one more. So you just simply going to ask which number is one more than 3. And the child will answer then 4. What you're going to do now is you're going to pause this activity and then you're going to ask them all these questions or all these numbers. Which number is one more than? And you're going to repeat it up to question number 10. I want you now to pause the activity and ask the learner to answer this orally. Yes, they can write it down, but let's try to do it orally. Welcome back. I'm just going to open and reveal the answers, and then we're going to carry on. So what we're going to do here with the conservation of number is for young children, often it has been very difficult to understand the conservation of number. If the numbers are tightly clustered group of objects and it's spread out, they often believe that the number of objects has become greater or bigger. It's very important to teach children that no matter how many times the layout of a group of objects is changed, the number of the objects remains the same. So let's quickly look at the scenario. So these are questions that are asked. So the teacher placed some blue counters and green counters. You can place some sweets or biscuits, keep them the same size. And then are they more blue counters or are they the same? So in this case, the child answered then yes, they are the same. So what now is you spread the blue counters a bit further apart and then ask the question, are there more green or more blue counters or are they the same? No, they are not the same. There are more blue than green counters. Is this right? So let's quickly see. The child does not yet understand conservation of number. First, she says that there are the same number of blue and green counters in the 2 rows of counters. However, then she says that there are more blue counters after the teacher moves them further apart in their row. So very important that you check this concept and you help your child with that. Do a variety of activities. Pause here and do a variety of activities like this. Change the formation of the counters and still ask them if it's the same. I often do this with parents where children struggle with the concept of number, and this is where the problem lies. So please do a variety. You can do this on a daily basis with your child. Then let's quickly look at one-to-one correspondence. In order for the child to grasp the concept of conservation, they need to be given the tools to see it themselves. Very important, the concrete things. This is where one-to-one correspondence comes in. One-to-one correspondence is the process of touching one object for each number that is counted aloud. This may seem simple, but many children initially find it difficult to coordinate their counting with the movement of their hand. So let's quickly see. Can you find one fork to go with this spoon? So take one fork. So I need to pick up a fork and place it next to the spoon. Can you find one fork to go with each of these spoons? So these are the type of questions you can ask. You can see what we did here for parents. It's tools that you have at home that you can use from your kitchen. Teachers, you can use a variety of other objects in the classroom. Remember, to count, just to say 1, 2, 3, 4 can be a rhyme. But one-to-one correspondence, where you match then an object to a number, is where the child starts to understand mathematics. So we're going to look at the different levels. So we're going to look at concrete, representative, abstract now. So first what we're going to do is we're going to pack 2 rows of 5, and then we're going to have a different formation of 10 counters. And then you ask questions like these. Are there the same amount of counters in each block? Then you ask them to count them. What do you notice? Without counting which block has least, more, or the same. Now pause this activity here and do similar activities with your child with the number range 1 to 10. What you can also do is you can do the same, but what you do is you can give them 3 different options. And here we have not counters, but we have pictures of butterflies. So you have a variety of options that you can use or activities with your child. Please try to keep it on the concrete level. Now what you can do is you can give the child picture cards of forks and spoons. Nothing wrong if you make little cards and you make these drawings yourself. Ask them first to guess how many forks there are and how many spoons are there. Remember, for guessing later on, it's very important for estimation skills. Then the learner is going to count to see if what they guess, the estimation was correct. Remember, in mathematics, every time when a child guesses or estimate, they need to count to compare it. Ask learners to show if there is a spoon for every fork. I want you to pause at this activity and then to do it practically. Please make use of pictures. If you don't want to make use of knives and forks, you can make use of other type of pictures as well. So now we're going to complete the SA Teacher worksheet. So you have the worksheet here. You might need to help your child to read some of the words. And you're going to do then question number 1 and question number 2. And it carries on with question number 3. Then the problem solving, we already dealt with it. And then we're going to look at the consolidation again. If you ticked everything yes, you can carry on with the next activity. If you have some no's, you need to revise those questions or activities, or you can contact us at SA Teacher.